Hey everyone, so this is Josie. My apologies if you have just now received your first advocate email and video. We have been working really hard and also trying to create a good timeline for advocates to get engaged and to provide the right sort of engagement. So I want to give you all kind of a lay of the land as of today, March 12th. Yesterday in the evening, the U.S. House passed a stopgap funding bill that will likely be passed by the Senate. At least that is my belief. It does not directly affect Medicare, Medicaid. It does include a little additional funding for family-to-family health information centers, but it ultimately will get us to the end of September. This bill is in place because they really just couldn't arrive at any consensus in time. The Senate has to pass this stopgap bill by midnight on Friday, otherwise the government will shut down. And I believe with the current situation, it could be very detrimental for a shutdown to occur. What that means for all of us is that we now have through the end of September to come together as a community to make sure that we are able to keep Medicaid for ourselves, for our caregivers. And we know statistically that the number of individuals that are receiving Medicaid and the number of fraud cases are extremely low. But that's going to need to be a message that we continue, because even if individual legislators are trying to cut fraud, which I don't think many of us would disagree with, usually the people that actually get hurt are people with disabilities trying to get medical assistance or Medicaid, trying to get waivers. And it becomes a whole lot more difficult for us to get the services we need and to be able to keep caregivers who are often either unpaid or make so little that they require Medicaid for any insurance coverage. So here's what that means for us. We just created some logos. We have some decent social media stuff going out. We have some news reports, which are really wonderful, that have been coming out. If you haven't already, we can also send out the video recording request / storytelling form, which is really important. And I'm also going to attach to this document our action steps. But this also calls for a longer term planned action plan that will really address what we plan to see over the summer, but to make sure that legislators don't forget about us, don't think that we disappeared because the time has dragged on. So I'm going to be looking at scheduling an advocate meeting probably the last week of March. At that point, I'm hoping that we have all of our branding materials, we have some of our stories and videos up, and just hoping to get enough that we can create momentum to carry us through the summer. If you have friends in other parts of Pennsylvania or other states, please feel free to invite them to this group. We need all of the allies we can get, and stay tuned. Thanks, everyone.